Well, welcome back to Exit 45 Restorations, and today we're going to do something just a little bit different. We're going to see if we can't get this 1963 Chevy C10 running. The engine's been seized for a very long time, and it's been sitting since 1975. But can we get it running? I really don't know, but we're going to give it a go. So let's go. Let me give you the 5-cent tour on this real quick before we actually get to work. So we'll start right here in where the horses are, and let you take a look at what we got. So what we're looking at is a 283, and I've had this truck now for, I guess, probably a year and a half, and it's been locked up the whole time. So been pouring all kinds of fluids down it, trying to get it to loosen up, since I've had it, and really have had no luck. So we're just gonna go ahead and dive into it today. But not bad looking under here. It's all original. Just really gotta love this. Anyway, so typical for its age, it's just gonna have some dents, minor type stuff. Nothing major, just little things. Not much in the way of rust. Just your typical spots through here. But other than that, everything else is pretty well rust free on this. I'm not going to crawl up under it right now, but it's really solid. You can see here the rockers are in really good shape. The floor's in really good shape. There's just really no rust to speak of on this thing. Everything's in really good shape. Just a kind of a time capsule, really. Now, typical on the beds. You get creased up a little bit and dinged up. But all in all, this is a pretty good truck. I've got some big plans for it. We'll go over that another time. There's another video I got out if you want to kind of get the sneak peek. But look at this. You got a Colorado farm tag, 1975. This truck has been sitting for a very long time. Hopefully, we can get this thing running today. So, and again, this side here has got the same. It's got issues with some of the, denting along the side of the bed, the door. Somebody's trying to push the door closed, got it dented. But that's, I guess that's kind of the nickel tour. So let's go ahead and get at it. So I believe in working smarter, not harder. And so as you can see, I am not going to sweat in the sun working on this project all day. So if the rains come, I can still work. But that sun's really going to be a factor here probably in about 45 minutes or so. It's just coming up over the house right now, and I don't want no part of it. It's cooled off from what it used to be, but I'm already sweating, so I don't want no part of it. So work smarter, not harder. All right, here we go. get all the oil and transmission fluid and everything else I've been dumping down this thing out of here. And apparently water. Yeah, it missed the bucket. Like always. Yeah, there's going to be a lot in here. I've been dumping crap down this thing for a long time. Yep, there's a lot in there. Run out of room. There we go. It's full. All right, that's good for now. Why didn't you guys tell me it was right there? I'm over here looking for it, sitting right next to me on this side. You guys got to help me out here. All right. There's that. Let me get the oil out of it. Very carefully. Very carefully. Come on. Come on. All right, let's start tearing stuff off. See what we find. So any of you guys come across anything like this and had to get an engine unseized? And if you did, how'd you get it? This is my first. I've never had to try and get an engine to turn over again after it's seized, so this ought to be interesting. So, pulling off the exhaust manifold bolts, and it really looks more and more like this engine's never been touched. The tabs for the bolts that you bend over to keep the bolts from backing out are still on there and bent up. And you just don't see that if somebody's been inside the engine. Those things usually get... I'm pretty sure this will be the original motor in this thing. So, it'd be pretty cool to get it running. So, let's keep going. Yeah, you see here, it's got the tabs that you bend over. Still on here. Let's get this flexi hose off before Mortsky sees it. You know how he is with these flexi hoses. here we go. Let's see if we can get a distributor out. And I wonder if this will come off together. Give that a try anyways. Wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't such a long reach. Have this big old engine bay and a tiny little 283 in it. Long reach. Guess we can try and pop that off and see if that distributor will come with it. So I'm going to get the big gun out now. See if we can't pop this thing up. Hey, look at that. Just need to get a bigger bar, right? Bigger hammer, bigger bar, bigger something. Oh, come on. That is such a long reach. All right, I'm going to move you guys back. And I'm going in. I've got to find a way to get a good handle on this thing. Come on. Come on. All right. This officially really stinks. It's hot. Well, it's not really that hot, but it's really humid. I am sweating something fierce. I cannot figure out why this distributor won't come through. I ain't never seen such a thing. Whoo-wee. Come on. This should come right out. I don't know, guys. This is a new one for me. Can't get down in there to see what's going on. Well, what in the world? Any ideas? I mean, you're welcome to throw them at me. I'm tired. I'm hot. And just a little bit frustrated. So I'm probably not thinking very clear right now. I am sure of. I'm gonna bring you guys in a little bit closer so you can see what's going on here. All right, so you can kind of see here. She's loose now. Sorry, this is hard to. It's just too far to reach. Hold the phone. Do all these things at one time. So let me get in here. Bring it with me. All right, so you can see. There you go. You see, she comes out pretty loose. That's as far as I can get her. I can't get it to come anymore. It's just, I'm sure it's just hitting on that gear. I don't know why or how to get it to come through there. But I can't get this off till that comes off. And you can see it's clearly metal to metal back there hitting something. All right. I got news. I got it out, but I don't really. I mean, I think what was happening was there's so much gook down in there that this was really having a hard time coming through, and I just had to just really kind of work it, and I finally was able to get it out of there. So let's press on. All right. Definitely got a little bit of valve issue, so we'll pull them heads now and see what we got in them cylinders and what those valves look like. Definitely got some stuck ones. Okay. Looks like I got the one side ready to pop off. Let's pull it out of here. Oh. Okay, let's let you see what we got. Yep. So I expected this one to be a bit of a problem because I had water come out of that, but it's actually not in bad shape. You get all that out of there. It doesn't really look all that bad in there. We'll get all that out of there. Yeah, I don't know what that is. It's not good. I don't know what it is. I don't know. We'll get it cleaned up and take a look at it. But it's pretty much what I expected. That cylinder looks in great shape. I mean, it needs some cleaning. It needs some honing, or at least dingle ball. But I don't know. We'll measure it. All right, let's see what we got here. So, looks like we got one stuck valve. So we'll have to work that, get that moving again. But all in all, doesn't look terrible. We just got to get that one moving again. Get this thing cleaned up. We'll work that up and down until it frees up. So, okay. Hard to say if that was keeping the engine from moving. I'm sure the pistons are probably stuck in there. We'll have to get them freed up. All right, let's get the other one out. Let's get the other head. So here we are, got them all cleaned up, at least pressure washed. I'll get them with a wire wheel, and we'll get all this cleaned up real good. But yeah, this side here is in pretty good shape. But look how nice it looks. You got all that grime off there. All these passageways were just filled with gook. So this thing was a mess, but it cleaned up really good. We'll get in the engine bay, and I'll show you what that came out like too. But all this came out good, and look what I got moving again. So I'll have to play with it. I'm sure it's not completely unstuck. I'm sure it sticks from here and there. So we'll we'll keep working on that. But I got it to close up and open and close it a few times, but it is a little bit sticky still. So, all right, let's go look inside the engine, see what we got in here. All right. You can see here I've got all the nasty stuff off. I dried it off with the air, the leaf blower, and I've hosed it, sprayed it down with some lube just to protect it. And then over here on this side, I've done the same thing, but now on my two bad cylinders, I've got some muriatic acid in there, just going to town on that rust. So we'll let that work overnight. But the other cylinders look really good. So we're real happy with how it came out. It was nasty looking in the beginning, but yeah, it came out. So that's gonna do it for me. I got mom duty today, and right now we're dealing with two parents, my wife's mom and my mom with Alzheimer's, and my wife had to travel this week, so I've got mom duty, and so I can't be out here too late or too much or for too long. I have to kind of get in and check and see how things are going. But it's just how it is. It's all good. We love taking care of them. They took care of us for a long time, so it's just the right thing to do. We'll take care of them. But with that said, I've got to get in and start getting cleaned up so I can get dinner going and all that good stuff. I appreciate y'all sticking with it so far. We're not done. We just got that. We're halfway. We got it tore down. So we'll work on trying to get it broke free tomorrow, and start maybe going back together with if we can get it broke free. All right. We'll see you, and for you to be just a second. Sorry, a spec. All right. So next day for me, a few seconds for you. But everything looks pretty good. I've been underneath here and looked. Just a little bit more rinse off, cleaning. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to call in here and I'm going to start wire wheeling this thing. See if we can't get those cylinder walls cleaned up on those couple of cylinders. I put some acid in them yesterday. That cleaned up the areas where the acid was touching really well. And the cylinder walls came out great. So it doesn't look like anything did any real damage to the cylinder walls. It's just a lot of crud on them. I just got to get it off. And then the process of trying to get the block, unstuck, trying to get those rotating assembly to start rotating. All right, let's get at it. All right. So they're not, they're not beautiful by any means, but there's no kind of like I can't feel any real heavy pitting or anything like that. It's got a little bit of a rough piston right here, looks like. Not sure if it's just some crud on top or almost looks like maybe right here. This piston may be just bad. I'm going to chip away at that a little bit and see what I can figure out there, but that would be a shame if we get this far to find we just got a bad piston. I have to pull the motor to be able to get that out. All right, let me chip away at that and see what we got. A full rebuild anyways. I just wanted to see if we could get it running. All right. Well, as you can see, that piston is pitted really bad on the top, and it looks to have a chunk missing out of it down there. And the bottom, I'm going to press on, like I said, and I'm going to go ahead and start putting some heat to those, and then I'll hit the cylinders on this side. It'd be easier for me to hit from this side, and I'll keep heating here, and I don't think it really matters which piston you're hitting. And those are more solid than those. So you guys keep an eye on that. Let me know if it moves. Yeah, I'll hear you. Did it move? No? I didn't think so. Anything? No, I didn't think so. All right. Still nothing. Not that I can see. And I got two pistons top dead center. I don't see where they've budged at all. I didn't hear anybody telling me anything. You guys are gonna have to be louder than that. Let's try putting the enforcer on it and see what we get. You guys see anything? You see anything? I didn't see anything. All right. More hammer. All right, we got it hot again now. Let's start the cycle of violence again. All right, guys. I have off camera been beating on this thing, heating on this thing. I just don't see getting these wood chips are trying to fall on the engine. And it's not budging, and just me. I don't have anybody who can be putting pressure on the crank with the enforcing rod or while I'm beating on it or vice versa. And I just can't get enough on it to break it free. This may be one of those you have to take it apart piece by piece on an engine stand and work on it that way. Get what you can, just keep working on it. I don't know. And I feel like the easiest way to try and get this broke free is while it's sitting in the vehicle. But this may have to wait till I got someone maybe who can be here to help me. I don't know what to tell you. I just don't think this this thing's going to free up on me without me going through some a lot of stuff. I just don't see the way I'm doing it. It's going to free it up. And to top it off, I got 2 bad pistons, so I don't think it's in the cards on this one, guys. All right, let me see what I got. I may have to put this thing back together and let it sit until I'm ready to pull it out and rebuild it. Just give me 1 second here. Let me look it over and make one final decision here. All right, I'm gonna whack it just a little bit longer here. See if I can't maybe get something to turn around on me. But I'm not feeling very hopeful. That didn't work. I think the best thing to do here at this point will be to just start putting this thing back together. All right, well, let's get it put back together. Sorry, guys. I really wanted this I'm sure as much as you guys watch, I wanted to see it run. But I've watched a lot of will it run videos, and they don't all make it. And if this is all I did, was YouTube, and I had the time to really just sit for a few days at this, I'm sure I could get this thing freed up and swap out a couple pistons and get it running. But like most of you, I have a full-time job. So I use all my spare time that I have. I'm coming out and doing this stuff. And I just don't have the time to just kind of pour into this. I gave it this week that I'm off to try to make this happen. It doesn't look like it's gonna happen. So I don't want to just sit and push it just to push it. All right, let's get it put back together. All right, let's get a head back on it. All right, guys, we got it coming down. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this party down until this passes. Well, it's the next day for me. That rain just got to be longer, and I had to get over to my mom and dad's and check on them. So this had to sit until this morning, so here we are. So let's finish buttoning this thing up. Doesn't look like this engine's ever been into. So this is definitely a salvageable engine that, I'm gonna yank it out of here. Anyway, all right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and just zip these down real quick and I'll bring you back in for the manifold. All right, let's get this manifold. Well, it looks like we're going to end this video right where we began it. We got an engine all in here and all put back together. And it still doesn't turn over. But it's all back together and we can push it back into the tree row until I'm ready to do this here in about another year or so. All right, so I appreciate you guys toughing it out with me. Sorry we couldn't get it going. I really wanted it to, but it's just how it is sometimes. Anyway, I appreciate you guys hanging with me. And we're going to go ahead and end this video here. But you'll see this truck again, I promise you that. All right? Thanks, like, subscribe, all those good things, and I will see you on the next video.